You've followed the guides, you've bought the puppy pads, and you're still finding those surprises on the carpet. You're starting to believe the rumors. Australian Shepherds are just too high energy, or they're too smart and are just outthinking me. But here is the truth. Your Australian Shepherd isn't impossible to train. The problem isn't their brain, it's likely the method. Potty training an Australian Shepherd isn't just a sped-up version of training a low-energy dog. It's a completely different game with its own set of rules. Their high intelligence, boundless energy, and specific working breed needs require a special approach. If your training is failing, it's almost certainly because you're making one of these common and fixable mistakes. One of the most significant hurdles in potty training in Australian Shepherd is their mental and physical drive. It's not about defiance, it's about their nature. An Aussie puppy's brain is incredibly active and constantly processing information. This high-energy state means they physically need frequent mental and physical breaks, which includes potty breaks. They simply cannot settle for long periods like other breeds. Australian Shepherds have high-octane energy levels. These dogs, especially as puppies, are always doing something. They play hard and explore intensely, which stimulates their entire system. This means the waste byproduct is also created much more regularly, as their bodies are always in motion. What this means for you: you cannot expect an Aussie puppy to hold it for long stretches, especially when they are awake and active. A young Aussie puppy might need a bathroom break every 45 to 60 minutes while they are awake, and almost immediately after waking up, eating, or finishing a play or training session. This is the most frustrating part of training and must be managed with patience. Despite your most diligent efforts, accidents are an inevitable part of the training process, especially in the beginning. It is crucial to understand that potty training accidents rarely happen out of spite. They are almost always a communication breakdown or a result of developmental, environmental, or medical factors. Here are some of the main reasons. A young puppy, much like a human baby, does not have full control over their bladder and bowel muscles. A general rule of thumb is that a puppy can hold it for about 1 hour for every month of age. Expecting more than this is setting them up for failure. The most straightforward reason for an accident is that the dog simply isn't fully trained yet. They haven't completely generalized the rule that potty only happens outside. This connection takes time and hundreds of successful repetitions to become a solid habit. If your potty-trained Australian Shepherd suddenly begins having accidents indoors, or if a puppy continues to have an unusual number of mishaps despite consistent training, it is crucial to first rule out an underlying medical cause. Several medical conditions can be responsible for sudden house soiling. Urinary issues, such as UTIs, bladder stones, or kidney disease, can cause a frequent and urgent need to urinate. Furthermore, gastrointestinal upset from illness, parasites, or dietary problems can lead to diarrhea, making it physically impossible for a dog to prevent an accident. If you suspect any of these, a trip to the veterinarian is essential. Despite your best efforts, potty accidents are inevitable, especially in the beginning. They are normal in almost all puppies. You need to be mentally prepared and have a lot of patience to deal with them. Responding to potty accidents incorrectly is a devastating mistake, particularly with a highly intelligent and sensitive breed like the Australian Shepherd. Your reaction can either strengthen the training or create fear and set your progress back considerably. If you catch your puppy in the act, the correct response is to interrupt them with a short, surprising sound, like a clap or a firm "uh-uh," and immediately take them to their potty spot. The cardinal sin is punishing the puppy. It is critical to understand that your Australian Shepherd is not being defiant. They are learning, they couldn't hold it, or, most likely, their signals went unnoticed by you. The puppy must never be punished, yelled at, or have its nose rubbed in the mess. This is a massive mistake. It makes them afraid to eliminate in front of you, causing them to hide when they need to go, which makes training infinitely harder. Treat every accident as a learning opportunity to adjust your potty training plan. Analyze why it happened. Was the time between breaks too long? Did you miss their signals? Or did it follow an activity like eating or playing? To prevent recurrences, shorten potty intervals and pay closer attention to your dog's cues. By handling accidents with calm interruption and meticulous cleaning, and then using them as a learning opportunity to adjust your management, you will successfully guide your intelligent Australian Shepherd to potty training success while strengthening your relationship. It is absolutely vital to clean accidents thoroughly, yet many owners fail at this. When a puppy goes to the bathroom in a location, they mark it with their scent and are instinctually drawn back. The mistake is using standard household cleaners. They are inadequate. You must use an enzymatic cleaner specifically formulated to break down and destroy the proteins in urine, completely removing the odor. Without it, your puppy's powerful nose will find the old spot and view it as an acceptable toilet. Even if you can't smell it, your puppy absolutely can. Failing to use the right cleaner guarantees repeat offenses. One of the most common failures is not starting potty training the instant your new Australian Shepherd puppy comes through the door. The critical window is between 8 and 12 weeks of age. A young puppy's brain is like a sponge, and they establish habits almost instantly. If you delay training, you are making a critical error. You are allowing your puppy to develop unwanted bathroom habits, like using your favorite rug, that will be exponentially more difficult to correct later. However, there is also the mistake of starting too soon. Beginning formal training before 8 weeks of age is pointless. They simply lack the required physical development and cognitive awareness for reliable training. The very first move in potty training is choosing a specific bathroom spot, yet many owners skip this. This must start on day 1. Failing to establish a designated bathroom area causes confusion for your puppy, leading to accidents across your home. The mistake isn't just failing to pick a spot, it's picking the wrong spot. Accessibility and convenience are vital. If you choose a spot that you can't get to easily and quickly, you won't make it in time. Make sure this place is always reachable in all weathers and seasons. Surface errors. The type of surface has a major impact. Grass is often the most natural and preferred surface. Alternatively, materials like mulch or wood chips can also work quite well. Another popular choice, especially for creating a designated dog run, is pea gravel. This surface offers excellent drainage and is relatively easy to clean with a scooper and a hose. For those with balconies or small yards, artificial turf presents a modern solution. High-quality pet turf is designed with excellent drainage systems and is simple to sanitize. Another error is ignoring shelter and privacy. If the spot is exposed to harsh weather or too close to busy areas, like a bustling sidewalk or loud yard, your highly observant Australian Shepherd will get distracted. A crucial mistake is changing the spot seasonally. The spot must be used consistently all year. Young puppies, much like human babies, have no innate understanding of bathroom etiquette. As their caretaker, it is your job to instruct them that one specific spot is for relieving themselves, while the entire house is a no-go zone. Since your puppy is new to your residence, setting these boundaries from the start is much simpler, as they will embrace them as a standard part of their new environment. Be consistent and do not alter the designated location. Once you've picked the spot, you must communicate that this is the toilet. The most critical error here is failing to reward your puppy the instant they finish their business in the right place. If you don't use an upbeat, joyful voice like, "Yes, good potty," and immediately offer a high-value treat, you are missing the strongest tool in your arsenal. Immediate positive reinforcement forges the direct association. Bathroom here is equal to tasty morsel and cheerful praise. Timing is non-negotiable. The reward must be given within 1 to 2 seconds. If you make the mistake of waiting until you are back indoors, they will connect the reward with coming inside, not with what they did outside. Boring rewards don't work. A frequent mistake is using low-value treats. Offering a piece of their usual dry food is not exciting. It will not provide enough motivation to encourage them to hold it and wait for the proper spot when nature calls. Failing to create a strict and predictable schedule is the absolute fastest way to ruin your potty training efforts. Australian Shepherds are creatures of routine. Inconsistency breeds accidents and anxiety. A regular schedule regulates their active digestive system. If their elimination needs aren't predictable, it's because your schedule is flawed. Your daily plan must be built around 5 essential, non-negotiable times. Missing these is a mistake. Immediately upon waking, the absolute first thing you must do when your puppy wakes up is carry them straight out. Shortly after every meal, active puppies generally need to poop within 10 to 30 minutes after eating. Don't ignore this window. After every play or training session, energetic activities and excitement stimulate their bladder. Failing to end a play session with a potty break is asking for an accident. Before being left alone, it is a mistake to crate your puppy without offering a potty break first. This sets them up to fail at holding it. Right before bedtime, this is the last chance to empty their system. Skipping this guarantees a middle-of-the-night mess. The consistency failure. The biggest failure is when everyone in the house does not adhere to the schedule. If one person allows the puppy to run around freely after a meal, it causes a significant setback. As a surprisingly clever and communicative breed, an Australian Shepherd will frequently signal their need to go potty using their body language, sounds, or a mix of both. These signs are direct messages that they must go out, and you should take them to their spot immediately. Learning to read your individual puppy's signals is one of the most critical aspects of successful house training. As they mature and have more control, their signals might become more subtle, so it is vital to remain observant. Watch for these signs. If you see them and don't act immediately, an accident is imminent. Intense sniffing. If your puppy suddenly drops their nose to the carpet and begins sniffing intently, they are looking for a spot. Circling. This textbook signal is often ignored until it's too late. Restlessness and pacing. A sudden shift from calm to restless, often near the exit door, is a very strong indicator. Sudden halts in play. If they suddenly stop playing and look distracted, their attention is shifting to the need to relieve themselves. Sneaking off. Trying to disappear behind furniture is one of the most reliable signs an accident is about to happen. Making eye contact and vocalizing. A smart Aussie will try to get your attention with whining or a soft bark. Don't mistake a potty whine for a play bark. Nudging or pawing at you. This is a direct communication. Hey, I need you. Ignoring it is a mistake. Squatting or posturing. This is the final urgent signal. If you witness this, you have failed to act fast enough. Bell training is an extremely effective and clear method for teaching a puppy to signal its need to go outside. It is the method of teaching your puppy to ring a bell to let you know they need to go out to their bathroom spot. To get started, you will need a set of bells. Common choices include a string of sleigh bells that can be hung on a doorknob or a small standalone push bell placed on the floor by the door. For correct placement, hang the potty bells from the handle of the door you use most often for your dog's bathroom trips. If you're using a floor bell, place it right next to that same door. It is crucial to make sure the bell is at an appropriate height for your Australian Shepherd to easily touch with their nose or a paw. The next phase is to establish a consistent routine. Every time you take your dog out to potty, you must start the process yourself. Ring the bell and at the same time say a consistent verbal command, such as potty or outside. Right after this signal, open the door and take your Australian Shepherd out. This repetition is vital for helping your dog link the sound of the bell to the act of going outside. It is also important to teach the puppy that the bell is only for potty breaks, not for demanding to go out and play. Indoor potty pads, also known as training pads or wee-wee pads, are a common consideration for owners, and the decision ultimately rests on your particular lifestyle, your dog's requirements, and your long-term training objectives. The mistake is inconsistency. Using pads can teach a puppy it is acceptable to eliminate inside the house. If you use them, the pad must be the only acceptable indoor spot. If you aren't supervising, a playful Australian Shepherd might see the pad as a toy to shred. A significant error is creating a surface preference, where the dog gets accustomed to the soft feel of the pad and then generalizes this to rugs and carpets, or becomes hesitant to use grass. Their use is justified when immediate outdoor access is impractical, such as for those in high-rise buildings or for owners with mobility challenges. Safety reasons, like protecting an unvaccinated puppy or avoiding extreme weather that an active dog might find distracting, also make them a sensible choice. In these many circumstances, pads are used as a primary training and management tool. The biggest mistake is failing to choose a plan and stick to it. Decide early whether you will train for outdoor only, pads only, or a combination, and then stick to that plan consistently. Changing your mind midway is a recipe for disaster. Before moving on, let's answer some common questions. Is crate training necessary? What are its purpose and advantages? In an in-depth article, the American Kennel Club notes that the crate ranks high as a potty training tool because dogs are naturally clean and will avoid soiling their personal space. The Humane Society of the United States, which is now called the Humane World for Animals, also states that crate training is a valuable tool for house training. However, it is not a magical solution, must be used properly, and for some dogs, crates might not be a suitable choice. Crate training is widely recommended by breeders, trainers, and veterinarians. The entire principle of the crate relies on a dog's natural denning instinct. Dogs are inherently clean creatures that want to keep their sleeping area from being soiled. A crate acts as their den, so they will instinctively try very hard not to make a mess in it. This instinct teaches them to hold their bladder until they are let out to go to their designated bathroom area. However, the humane and proper use of a crate is essential. It must never be used as a cage for punishment, but rather as a safe management tool for times when you cannot provide direct supervision. Leaving a puppy in a crate for extended periods is cruel and will compel them to soil their den. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you must never leave your dog in the crate all day. Instead, arrange for a dog walker or a doggy daycare service. A common communication error is failing to select a consistent verbal prompt, such as, "Go potty." Use a short, clear command and stick with it. The mistake is using different phrases or tones. The prompt should always be delivered in a calm, encouraging voice. The biggest error is when everyone in the household uses different commands. This guarantees confusion. Just when you believe you've mastered house training, your puppy may start having accidents indoors again. This is known as the potty training regression period. It is a normal, though frustrating, part of a puppy's development. Regression is very rarely a sign of defiance. It is almost always an indication of a developmental, medical, environmental, or training-related issue. Regressions in Australian Shepherds often arise from specific triggers. The most frequent cause is the adolescent phase, usually between 6 and 12 months, when dogs test boundaries due to hormonal shifts. Environmental stress, like moving to a new home or a change in your daily schedule, can also throw off their routine. Another common trigger is an owner granting too much unsupervised freedom before the dog is fully trained. This creates the opportunity for mistakes, which can easily escalate into a regular habit. Lingering scents from prior accidents that were not cleaned with an enzymatic product can also lure them back. Lastly, a sudden regression might indicate an underlying medical issue, like a UTI. It is essential to consult a vet first to rule out health problems before tackling behavior. The initial and most crucial step when a regression happens is to consult a veterinarian to eliminate any potential medical causes. A urinary tract infection is a frequent culprit, causing pain and a heightened need to urinate. Other potential issues include bladder stones, diabetes, or kidney problems. Training inconsistency is another very common reason for regression. Owners may become complacent after a few accident-free weeks and relax their management and supervision too early. They might stop rewarding successful outdoor potty trips or extend the time between breaks beyond what the puppy can handle. This lack of consistency and the owner's unrealistic expectations can quickly cause a breakdown of learned habits. Lingering scents from prior accidents that were not cleaned with an enzymatic product can also lure them back. Lastly, a sudden regression might indicate an underlying medical issue, like a UTI. It is essential to consult a vet first to rule out health problems before tackling behavior. The initial and most crucial step when a regression happens is to consult a veterinarian to eliminate any potential medical causes. A urinary tract infection is a frequent culprit, causing pain and a heightened need to urinate. Other potential issues include bladder stones, diabetes, or kidney problems. Training inconsistency is another very common reason for regression. Owners may become complacent after a few accident-free weeks and relax their management and supervision too early. They might stop rewarding successful outdoor potty trips or extend the time between breaks beyond what the puppy can handle. This lack of consistency and the owner's unrealistic expectations can quickly cause a breakdown of learned habits. To handle a potty training regression, you must patiently go back to the basics. Increase the frequency of supervised, leashed potty breaks and use your consistent verbal command. Reward successful outdoor trips with high-value treats and joyful praise while completely avoiding any punishment for accidents. Meticulously clean indoor messes with an enzymatic cleaner and temporarily reduce your dog's free access to the house. Address any underlying stress by keeping a predictable routine with plenty of exercise and mental engagement. This strategy helps re-establish good habits and can alleviate potential anxiety. Submissive and excitement urination are frequently misunderstood, and reacting improperly can significantly worsen the issue. You must understand that submissive and excitement urination are not potty training problems. This is not a conscious choice or a deliberate act of misbehavior. It is an involuntary physical reaction to an intense emotion. Submissive urination is a gesture of appeasement. It is a dog's way of communicating, "I am not a threat, you are the boss, please do not harm me." It is a leftover behavior from puppyhood, where puppies urinate to show respect to older dogs. It is effectively a white flag of surrender prompted by perceived threats or intimidation. Excitement urination occurs when a dog, usually a puppy or young adult, gets so happy and stimulated that their still developing nervous system cannot control their bladder. The feeling of pure delight literally overpowers their body's capacity to hold it. To manage excitement or submissive urination, the most vital rule is to never punish the act, as this will only worsen your dog's fear and confusion. Instead, concentrate on prevention by keeping all greetings calm and low-key. When you interact, get down to their level and pet them under the chin or on their chest to seem less intimidating. An excellent tactic is to greet them outside so any urination occurs in a suitable place. For a long-term solution, build your dog's confidence through positive reinforcement training and enriching activities. If an accident happens, clean it up quietly without any scolding to prevent adding stress. Finally, always use an enzymatic cleaner to completely remove odors and discourage remarking. For both submissive and excitement urination, most young dogs will grow out of the behavior as they mature, gain better bladder control, and become more confident. A general rule of thumb, often known as the month-to-hour ratio, is used to estimate how long a puppy can control its bladder. The American Kennel Club also references this formula. As per this guideline, a 2-month-old puppy can generally hold it for up to 2 hours, while a 4-month-old should be able to manage for about 4 hours. However, this differs between individual puppies, and the formula is no longer a useful guide once a puppy is older than 9 months. It is crucial to remember that this is just a general guideline, not a strict scientific rule. And for an active, high-metabolism breed like an Australian Shepherd, it is often an overestimation when they are awake and active. Providing more frequent opportunities is always the safer and better strategy. While age is the main determinant of how long a dog can wait, several other elements are significant. A dog can hold their bladder longer at night because their body's metabolism slows down during sleep. High levels of activity, like energetic play, stimulate their system and will always demand more frequent potty trips. While you can use the month-to-hour formula as a rough guide for the first few months, it is always preferable to offer more frequent potty breaks rather than strictly following the ratio. Forcing a puppy to hold it for too long is unhealthy and can lead to bladder infections or other urinary tract problems. Potty training is often the most difficult part of raising a puppy because it is not a simple command like sit. It is a complicated, multifaceted process that demands you overcome their biology, establish clear communication with the creature that doesn't speak your language, and maintain almost perfect consistency. Potty training is so challenging because it goes against your puppy's basic biology and instincts. A puppy's natural inclination is to relieve themselves whenever the urge strikes, with no inherent concept of indoor versus outdoor rules. Potty training demands the owner's constant attention and 100% supervision. This involves actively monitoring your puppy at all times, using a crate, or keeping them on a leash tethered to you when you can't be fully attentive. The schedule is demanding, requiring trips outside after every nap, meal, and play session, which often disrupts your own daily life. This includes exhausting middle-of-the-night breaks to meet their needs. Moreover, you must meticulously clean every single accident with an enzymatic cleaner to completely remove scents that will draw them back to the same spot, which can be hard when an active puppy moves quickly. In summary, potty training is difficult because it is a complex negotiation between a person and an animal, a struggle against instinct, and a marathon of consistency that challenges your patience at every step. But by understanding these difficulties, you can approach the task with more empathy and a better plan, confident that your intelligent Australian Shepherd will get there with your patient and steady guidance. Positive reinforcement is the most successful, humane, and scientifically supported method for training any dog, and it is especially well-suited for a clever and responsive breed like the Australian Shepherd. The American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior strongly recommends the sole use of reward-based training methods, as harsh, punishment-based techniques can inflict serious psychological damage. The American Kennel Club asserts that positive reinforcement should be the basis of all dog training, and the Humane Society of the United States views it as a powerful and effective approach. Think of it as your dog's paycheck. Just as you are more motivated to go to work if you receive payment for it, your dog is more motivated to go potty outside if they are paid for doing it. Physical punishment is cruel and counterproductive. Yelling and scolding will damage the bond between you and your dog, creating fear and anxiety. Australian Shepherds are sensitive and intelligent dogs that need a collaborative guide, not a harsh enforcer. They might react to harshness by shutting down, becoming anxious, or offering other unwanted behaviors. A bond built on trust and mutual respect is your most valuable training tool. Nighttime accidents happen when owners fail to create a dedicated, methodical plan that accommodates a puppy's physical limitations. The single most critical mistake is allowing access to food and water too close to bedtime. You must restrict access approximately 90 minutes to 2 hours before bed. Another error is keeping the energy high right before sleep. The last hour should be quiet and calm. Failing to use a crate is handicapping your nighttime training, and for the initial few weeks, the crate must be in your bedroom. If you can't hear them stir, you can't address their needs. It's a major mistake to expect a young puppy of 8 to 12 weeks old to hold its bladder for a full 8 hours. They lack the physical capacity. You must take them out during the night. You must adopt a proactive strategy. An 8-week-old Australian Shepherd can only hold out for around 3 to 4 hours. If you go to sleep at 11 p.m., failing to set an alarm for 2 or 3 a.m. is a fundamental error. This proactive approach stops accidents and reinforces that you dictate the schedule. If there is one single mistake that derails potty training more than any other, it's this. Many new owners believe they are supervising, but being in the same room is not the same as active 100% supervision. Their quick, active nature allows them to have fast, hidden accidents that you won't find until later. This unsupervised freedom is the main reason training fails, as it quietly teaches them that going inside is acceptable. When you aren't actively watching, you miss the key moments for training. You can't see the subtle tells they give before they go, like sniffing or circling. More importantly, you miss the chance to praise them for going outside, which is the most critical part of positive reinforcement. Effective supervision means having your eyes on the dog at all times. If you can't give them your full attention, they must be in a safe zone, like a crate, playpen, or tethered to you. This prevents accidents and is the only way to build reliable, lifelong potty habits. A huge mistake is to misunderstand an Australian Shepherd's unique intelligence. Owners often fall into one of two traps. They either assume the dog is too stubborn to learn, or they assume the dog is so smart it should just get it after a few tries. Both assumptions are wrong and lead to training failure. Australian Shepherds are exceptionally intelligent, but they need a job. Their intelligence is problem-solving and driven. They are brilliant at training you to do what they want. When it comes to potty training, this means they are smart enough to understand what you're asking, but bored or understimulated enough to decide it's not the most interesting thing to do. This is why they will learn bad habits just as fast as good ones. They quickly learn that going potty on the rug is faster and more convenient than waiting to be taken outside. Your mistake is not being more compelling than the carpet. You cannot just expect them to do it. You must motivate them with extremely high-value rewards and be more persistent than they are. A major mistake is to forget what an Australian Shepherd is and where it comes from. We often try to apply one-size-fits-all dog training rules to a breed that is completely unique. Their working heritage directly impacts their modern-day potty training behavior, and ignoring it is why you are struggling. First, this is a high-energy working breed. Australian Shepherds are biologically hardwired to need activity and mental stimulation. When you try to take your bored Aussie outside, they won't focus on relieving themselves. They will be sniffing, looking for squirrels, or pulling on the leash. The instant they are back inside, where they are bored again, they will finally relax enough to let go, and you're left cleaning up another mess. Second, they were bred to work with a human, not just for them. A golden retriever was bred to retrieve. An Australian Shepherd was bred to think and herd. They do not have the same innate eager-to-please drive of some breeds. Their drive is to collaborate. Their mindset is often, what's in it for me, or what's the job? Your mistake is assuming they want to make you happy just by existing. You must convince their active, intelligent nature that going outside is a better and more rewarding deal for them. House training, or potty training, is one of the first and most fundamental challenges for any new puppy owner. The reality is, there is no universal timeline for potty training, as every dog is unique. It is a lengthy and intricate process that can be a major source of frustration. You should anticipate the full process taking anywhere from 4 to 6 months for your Australian Shepherd to be reasonably dependable. However, reaching the stage where you can consider them fully trustworthy with minimal supervision could take closer to 8 months to a year. This timeline is not fixed. Even within the Australian Shepherd breed, there are individual variations. Some are more intense, some are more mellow, and some simply learn at a different speed. Pay close attention to your specific dog's personality and development. In conclusion, while you can expect to see major progress within the first few months, do not get discouraged if your Australian Shepherd isn't perfectly trained by 6 months of age. Anticipate the setbacks of a regression phase and understand that truly reliable, I don't have to think about it potty training is a marathon, not a sprint, often requiring the better part of a year to become completely ingrained. Patience and consistency are the twin pillars of success. These two qualities are essential for training, and they apply to the owner, not the dog. Training a dog is a major commitment that demands time, especially with a breed that is so intelligent and energetic. An individual puppy might need more time and repetition to learn a new skill. Although Australian Shepherds are smart, they do not learn things instantly. You will experience setbacks, especially with house training, but you should not get frustrated. Instead, stay patient and consistent with your training to achieve long-term success. Every person in the household must be on the same page with the rules and commands to avoid sending mixed signals to the puppy. Training is a developmental journey, a marathon, not a sprint. Every puppy is an individual who learns at their own pace. Patience and consistency are the absolute cornerstones of a successful training outcome. The time and effort you invest in raising a well-behaved dog will be returned to you many times over. Remember to acknowledge the small victories along the way. Training is an ongoing conversation, not a one-time test. Your hard work will be rewarded with a clever, loyal, and wonderfully behaved companion for many years to come.